Today we're going to get oracle messages for you at the time you view this video, and we're going to do that through these cards. I decided to make it a yellow and purple reading for obvious reasons, because of these cuties, these flowers. So what I mean by that is I pulled all the yellow cards and all the purple cards out of this Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. So this deck is organized by chakras. So there's 7 cards for each chakra, and each chakra is represented by a color. So we're going to pull one card from each, and we're going to read about them from this guidebook, but we're also going to read about the colors from the Prism Oracle guidebook. So we're not going to actually pull any cards from this deck, but I'm going to just give some context to the colors from this guidebook. So with that being said, let's begin with pulling cards. So I'm going to get one card here from the yellow deck. One yellow card, please. There it is. Abundance. That's fun. And one from the purple deck, please. Oh, there it is. Mysticism. Oh, look at that. That's cool. All right, so let's start with the yellow card. And like I said, we're going to read about the color yellow first. Yellow is perhaps the most polarizing of all colors. It has been associated with the sun, gold, divinity, positivity, and self-esteem, and at the same time, it correlates to illness and cowardness. Yellow is connected to the solar plexus energy center. This energy center sits over the stomach, which is often thought of as a second brain, and helps control our moods and emotional needs beyond what our first brain, the one in our heads, tells us. It is also tied to the adrenal glands, which triggers the fight or flight response, resulting in anxiety. Yellow is a primary color and is also a high visibility color. It is one of the colors that the human eye is most sensitive to, and as a result, it often is used to signal safety or caution. Okay, so that's the color yellow. Now we are going to read about the yellow cards in this chakra deck and the chakra that's associated with yellow. Okay, yellow. Explore your thought processes. Overall impression: intellect, keywords: creative, intellect, precise, cooperative, reasonable, innovation, originality, wisdom, and instinct. Manifesting intention. The yellow cards of the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, reveal our planning processes. Do we have a logical or scattered approach? Because they represent thinking and problem solving, yellow cards reveal our ability to resolve issues. In essence, they show what's on our mind. In yellow, oh, interesting, it says they show what's on our mind, and the Prism Oracle said, you know, the solar plexus, which is right above, like the upper stomach, right above our belly button, is that second brain, so to speak. In yellow, we turn on the lights and let the spirits know that we are home. If we don't let them know where we are, they cannot bring us our desires. Ultimately, the third chakra relates to our instinct and how our life is directed by it. When we can see how our instinct guides our thoughts, we will understand why we do what we do. And when it relates to our emotions, instinct is frequently the first thing that gets shut down. Remember what I said. Look to the previous chakra, the second chakra in this case, if you feel blocked. Every decision we have ever made is in a flash, to move forward or to stop. There is a moment, a split second, in which we decide. In this chakra, you decide if you will allow magic into your life. Okay, so now we're going to read about the abundance card in particular. If you've listened to me before with this deck, you'll know that I really encourage you, specifically with this particular deck, to take note of what resonates with you. It's a very whimsical deck. It's very nuanced. There's lots of different ways that the author goes about describing the energy of the card. And so I just really would, again, take note what sticks with you, what resonates with you, and that's where your message is. Okay, let's read about the abundance card. Gold coins. I only seek to give you what you ask for. The legend. Inside a magical treasure chest, gold coins swap stories. One coin tells how how a man foolishly dropped her down a drain, then cried instead of trying to get her out. Later, an enterprising little girl used string and chewing gum to fish her out. The coins remember how the girl saved them, along with many others, and eventually bought a house. As all coins desire to be well spent, they agree that she was indeed a wise person. Inspiration. Think about your relationship with money. Are you a wise girl or a foolhardy man? Money is naturally attracted toward appreciation and gratitude. Personal inquiry. Be wary of using your financial situation as an excuse to avoid doing something. Are your thoughts and actions around money empowering or disempowering you? Key ideas. Abundance through gratitude, releasing regret, being good with money. Keywords. Friendship, wisdom, windfall. Meditation. Place the money before you. Pick it up. Have you thought about how many souls have touched it before you came? Feel its energy. The value we derive from money is the exchange of energy. Imagine this money transferring into your desire. Be aware of your improved relationship with money. And then finally, there's a little summary here of this card, so I'll read that as well. Abundance. Gold represents the power of the mind to choose. One choice may be wise, the other foolish. Choosing well may involve temporary sacrifice in order to gain your desires. Remember that you can always make a new choice. I think that's interesting because the abundance card seems to be the last card here in, you could say, the suit of yellow or the suit of the solar plexus. And your solar plexus is your energy center of power, empowerment, the power of choice. And so I think it's interesting that, especially in this final paragraph, it talks about choice. And so it's almost as if there's you've been through some sort of journey where you're maturing in your ability to recognize your choices in big and seemingly small situations. And through that, you are gaining power and abundance. Okay, now we're going to read about the purple cards. Purple. Learn to see without sight. Overall impression, seeing the unseen. Keywords, guidance, intuition, secrets, integrity, knowledge, spirituality, inner child, mystery, dignity. Manifesting intention. The sixth chakra represents our sixth sense. All the cards in the purple color ray, indigo and violet, appear in this chapter. The brow chakra is the third eye, and it houses all that is hidden within, including our intuitive knowing. The cards often reveal family agreements made before you were born and karmic issues, which you have brought into the world to work out. The sixth chakra reveals your intuitive focus and your inner knowing. The cards in this chapter may reveal the behaviors you've either inherited or unknowingly chosen to copy from your family of origin. This reflects where you are in terms of your own awareness and reveals your willingness to do your own soul searching. Are you living your past? Are you living your past into the future? That's an interesting way to put it, isn't it? Are you living your past into the future? Faith is the unspoken element here. All intentions are fulfilled with the help of spirit. And now we'll read about mysticism. A woman named Aubergine. Is that how you say it? Aubergine? Right? That's the color? Excuse my mispronunciation if that's not how you say that. Okay, onward. You are not to know. The legend. A woman named Aubergine calls on the telephone to confirm that she will be with us tonight, yet no woman named Aubergine has been invited. Of the 4 invited, 2 were wed and 2 are unknown to each other, a woman and a man. Surely, if this mysterious woman were the guest of the man, she would have made it known. A woman approaches, the woman named Aubergine, the woman who will be with us tonight, who will, quote unquote, be with us tonight. Inspiration. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The known is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Personal inquiry. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Key ideas: ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, journey. Keywords: intuition, courage, uncharted. Meditation. See yourself in a crystal clear pool. As you wade in the water, a whirlpool swirls around you and catches you. Aubergine is afraid you would leave if you weren't captive. Assure her that you will stay if she sets you free. She doesn't believe you. You met your own fear. Open your eyes. What is real? What is imagined? What is no longer necessary? And then here's the summary of the mysticism card. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. It's powerful, isn't it? So I'm not going to say too much, simply because when I focus solely on the chakra deck, like I said at the beginning, I think there's so much nuance and whimsy in it that I really think it's for you to kind of piece together in your own way. However, that last part felt like it really stuck out. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. So I think there's a big message there as you're moving forward towards a more healthy, joyful, abundant future. It's going to come from it's going to come, I think I want to say even more clearly, the only way to unlock it is through your own intuition and instinct. Building that is true abundance and will lead to true abundance. Aside from that, I hope you took note of, again, the particulars that stuck with you. And it may even be useful to listen to this a time or two through again and really take note of them. Because again, this deck is so nuanced that I think there's different things are intended to resonate with different people. So with that being said, I wish you the best on your uncharted course, uncharted abundant course towards more abundance as you lead, interesting, I didn't expect to say lead. I was going to say as you let your instinct lead you, but also as you lead via intuition, inspiration, and instinct. Hey, I'm back. Real quick, I wanted to read what purple meant. So instead of starting it off like we did with yellow with the meaning of the color, we're going to end with the meaning of the color. I forgot to do this at the beginning. Okay, so here we go. Purple. Purple is often associated with royalty and wealth. Well, isn't that interesting, considering the abundance card came out as well. It is also associated with mystery. Mysticism, spiritual awareness. Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Spiritual awareness and mysticism. Wow, that's wild. Okay. It has the shortest light wavelength and is tied to both the crown and the third eye energy centers. Located at the top of the head, the crown energy center, which is represented by violet, allows us to connect to the higher level of awareness. The third energy center, the third eye, is said to be where one can make intuitive or psychic quote unquote downloads as it sees what is not, let me start that over. The third eye is said to be where one can make intuitive or psychic quote unquote downloads as it sees what is not present to the naked eye. In witchcraft, purple is a wonderful color to surround yourself with when you're working on cultivating your creativity or enhancing your intuitive ability. Okay, sorry I forgot that, but we will end with that. Thanks again for tuning in.